Hello, this is Paul with Logix Magazine, and we're here to help you go from self-taught beginner to paid automation professional. And we're going to help you by sharing a awesome training support resource. You're going to love this. It's fantastic, okay? But what we're going to talk about to start with is, a lot of you out there have signed up for all kinds of different training programs and training courses and etc. And all of that is the right thing to do. And all of you are looking for different types of support and support for this training. I've got an awesome free resource that's will help beginners all the way to advanced professionals. Matter of fact, this is something that the professional, the senior engineer knows all too well, right? But you beginners, you don't know this resource. I'm going to share it with you today. But where we're going to start is we're going to start with the 5 benefits, the 5 things you're going to get out of this video. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to love it. Trust me. All right. Now, I really want you to stick around to the end of this video to really get the grasp of this value. But I'm going to share with you what you're going to get out of this resource and out of this training resource that I'm going to share with you. So, one of the most important things is for beginners, for self-taught beginners, is training. Truly, you can never have enough training. Even if you're a senior engineer, you are continuously learning things. You have just gotten better at learning. But you're going to get free learning, free training. I mean, you don't have to pay $10. You don't have to pay $97. It's free. It's fantastic. Okay, how would you like to have 1,000 highly skilled PLC programmers, technicians, all the way to senior engineers, a phone call or email away? I'm going to share with you exactly how to get that level of support. Free. That's the other, I mean, this is fantastic. How'd you like to be able to have some serious real world projects? Not some rinky-dink, fill a tank and empty a tank. I mean real world projects in your portfolio. Speaking of portfolio, this is the kind of projects you can put in your portfolio and really impress those hiring managers and recruiters. No doubt about it. In addition, you're going to be able to take and build a very professional level library. You're going to start being able to build this very professional library with this training resource. I know, those are the 5 things. I know it seems too good to be true, but when I share it with you, you're going to be impressed, and that's the important thing. I really do want this video to help you. I hope you find value out of it. I think you will, because it's a resource that senior engineers use all the time. And if they use it, it's good enough for them, good enough for you. Especially when all you got to do is pick up the phone and ask a question and get walked through the code. I mean, what kind of tech support is that? I mean, that's awesome, and it's free. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, I'm going to jump on this handy dandy computer here. Okay, so what am I doing at Keyence? Paul, what are we doing at Keyence? So you guys know, I do, well, if you don't know, I do videos on Keyence camera systems. I'm a big Keyence fan. All kinds of Keyence camera systems that I program. All right, so one of the great things about Keyence is they have their software that you use, that you download to integrate to your camera. But one of the other highly valuable resources they offer is Logix code sample. So it'll give you a sample of the code. So here we got TIA, we got Somatic, we got Ethernet right here, IV tag file. There's just a ton of the software, lots of different sample software. Now the great thing about this is where I got my very first sample code that is still in every program that I do for my Keyence Vision system. All right. Now there's a whole ton of stuff that you're not going to get out of this. but you're going to get the sample code. You can call their tech support. You can ask questions about the code. You can begin to understand how that code works. You can load it into your software and begin to play around with it, either in simulation, or you can put it in whatever platform or whatever hardware that you have. So the great thing is you get real world software that you can play and learn with, and you can call up their tech support and they will walk you line by line, instruction by instruction through the software. It's fantastic. I mean, that is a fantastic resource. It's free. You can take that code, put it in your library. It's training. You're going to learn this software. Now, here's a great thing. You can go on there online. You can email them and ask questions. There's so much help that they're willing to give you free. Okay. And this is, you talk about vision systems. This is real world. It really is real world software. Now they have all kinds of hardware's vision systems on here. Download a couple of different ones, get to know them and get familiar with them. And don't be afraid to go on YouTube and watch a few of the videos. Or I also am putting together a training program for vision systems. But for right now, this is a great resource. Now, encoders. A lot of guys are beginning to learn about encoders, and here's one, an NR25 Network Absolute Rotary Shaft Encoder. And as I had mentioned, here we got Ethernet EDS files. We got our Logix 5000 sample program that you can download, for example, and put it right into your software and play around with it, test it, right? Call them up, email them, and ask questions about the software. It is great training. And then you take this software, you put it into your library. You take a project, you play around with it, work it, get to know it very, very well, and it goes into your portfolio. So I hope you see where I'm going with this. There's a lot of vendors out there that have sample programs. And if you see a device that it doesn't, call up their tech support and ask if they have one that they could recommend somewhere, if they have a sample that's not official. I've had that actually work in my favor in the past on different hardware. So my point is, contact the OEM of the hardware and they will help you out. They're great. That's what they do. That's what they get paid every day to do, and it's free. Now, when I say free, I mean by there are some companies that charge for that type of support, but there's thousands and thousands of them that don't. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay, so what do we got here? This is the IO Link master for a Comtrol. I actually have the software and the code in another laptop. Excuse me, and I didn't want to download it and get it all set up. But this is an example of what I'm talking about. They have the entire 256 page PDF, and you can go on their website and download the software and begin to work through the software. And that is exactly what I'm talking about here. You'll just download the code and put it in, and then if you have questions, call them up and ask them, hey, what's going on here? What's going on there? They are great at helping you. Okay, so we have another one here. What do we have? We have Banner, let's see, Network Parker connectivity, okay? Network connectivity for industrial Ethernet, Parker pneumatics, right? Okay, so again, here we are. We got add-on instruction. We got Omron example code. We got the GSD file for Profinet network. We got function blocks for Parker, EtherCAT. You have a sample software programs right here. You can call them up, ask them questions, take this, load it, test it, play with it, put it in your portfolio, and you're good to go. This is really valuable support and training and code. It's second to none. You can't beat it. It's just great. And so when I say that this is what a senior engineer does, they will go out, if they haven't used a particular device, they'll contact the OEM, they'll get a sample of the code, they get the EDS or GSD files, to download it, they set up their configure their hardware in the processor, and that's the normal SOP. standard operating procedure. For a new person, for a beginner, self-taught beginner, you may not know that you can go to OEMs and get this sample code. All right? So I hope that this has been valuable. If you have any questions, put them down below. I'll help you out the best I can. If it's first time here, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this video. All right? So until next time, this is Paul at Logix Magazine. You guys keep programming, my friends.